Hello and welcome to part 10 of the video tour of Sculpture by the Lakes. Today we're going to go into the silver birch wood behind me and look at the sculptures and the plants and just see the dappled sunlight. Please come with me. Thank you. We planted the silver birch wood, or the other way, the other name we have for it is the dreaming wood. We planted it in 2008 to celebrate our 50th birthdays, and all these trees went in as tiny little bare root saplings. There are just under 500 of them in here, and most of them have survived. Some have grown quite sturdy and others are still quite small, but we get a lovely dappled shade. And there's a lovely elegant wind chime which we put in last year. There's another view of disappearing worlds. I don't know if you can hear it, but quite a long way away there's a cuckoo calling. It's been around here for about 3 days now, calling away. It'll be the male trying to find a mate, and then they'll go and pop their eggs into the warblers' nests. Again, this hanging seat we put in last year, it's normally got it'll have cushions, a huge cushion on there when we reopen. And it is a wonderful place. Just to come and relax. And this sculpture is called Whispering Spirit. If you put your ear to her mouth and it's noisy on the other side, then the sound is magnified, as the back is a cone. What I would like to do is do 2 of these, much bigger, and have them opposite ends of the lake, and so you could actually talk to each other. And here we have another barn owl sculpture. Again, placed in a circle to represent the moon and the habitat of the owl. This is another sculpture by Philip Jackson called Silent Contemplation, and we felt that this wood was just the perfect place to put it. When we first opened, this was back in 2011, I was talking to an elderly gentleman sitting on a bench here, and he said something which has stuck with me for ever since. And he said, I never really got art until now, I never really understood it, but now I get it. And it's very much what we try and do here, is actually place sculpture in a position where the sculpture enhances the landscape and the landscape enhances the sculpture. It's not a conventional gallery where you've got lots of art just displayed. This is trying to show what art can do, how it can evoke emotion, because that's really what art should be. It should uplift the spirits and actually have an emotional connection with the viewer. For the last few decades, there's been the conceptual art movement, which has taken precedence, or seemed to have taken precedence over everything else. And this conceptual art requires long explanations to explain its meaning. To me, art is a visual language. If it requires an explanation, then it's failed. There was an artist called Lawrence Weiner. He said, without language, there would be no art. I think that's wrong, because actually art is a language. Art should convey an emotion, and actually it doesn't really matter what the artist intended. The important thing is that actually the viewer responds to the piece of art and has a connection with it. If you see a piece of art and it uplifts your spirits, then that has succeeded. It doesn't matter what the artist intended. And art shouldn't need long explanations. It's nice to learn a little bit about the history of how a piece came to be made, but it's not really necessary for its enjoyment. And I feel that so much of this conceptual art has actually scared people off from enjoying art, because they think it's too intellectual, I don't understand it, therefore I don't get art. And that to me is a crime. Enjoy art, look at it, let it uplift your spirits. It doesn't have to mean anything, it just has to make you feel happier. And that's why I think there should be actually beauty in art as well. I think it's so important for art to be beautiful. Again, this quote I put up last year, because again, to me, it's so important to listen to silence. It has so much to say. So come and just enjoy the peace and quiet. There's no need for conversation. There's no need for words. Listen to the birds, listen to the wind going through the leaves, and enjoy. Thank you for joining me.